Hello, Bricks here, and today I present you another car from the TV series or anime series, Future GPX Cyber Formula. This is the Fire Superion G.T.R, and it is the newer version of the two versions that were in the TV series. So this car is actually quite similar in size to the Super Asurata 01, which is this one here. The length's about the same, but the main thing that separates these two is that this one is much more dynamic, while this Fire Superion G.T.R is more static and much more smoother. It's only because this car has so much capability and so many functions that it has to be designed like this, compared to the Fire Superion G.T.R, which is the second main character, or the secondary character's car, because this is the main character's car anyways. So, with that aside, let's just fold this in, and we can begin taking a look at this entire car. Alright, so this is the 360 view. The back view. The light source coming from over here, so can't block it. And especially, I had some trouble trying to find these orange the orange plates. That said, let's get to the functions. Alright, so the car's first functions are opening doors that open on the top. This. Now they're slightly harder to open just because of how many different pieces I had to put in, especially for the windshield. The windshield was custom because there is no windshield piece in Lego that supports. It's kind of like a trapezoid. So the original shape was supposed to be like this, but I don't have that piece, and Lego doesn't. I looked for windshield pieces, but they didn't seem to support it or carry it. So same with these pieces here. It's another custom made piece. I would have liked it to be just one fluid sharp edge piece, but can't help it, can't find it. So now we have the interior of the car. Here's the interior of the car, and you can see it is pretty cramped in there because of how the car's doors are designed so thickly in the model and the TV series. So this is how I had to make it. Unfortunately, I couldn't add any plates to the bottom here because this fits in just perfectly with it. And the second problem I encountered was with these grill pieces. I don't know what to call these. It's kind of like it's like the front grill of a car, but it's placed on the side. Alright, I'll give you a picture of the actual model right now. And as you can see, it'll be like, the difference between these is a lot, but this is the best I can do because there's so many angular parts needed, and I don't have too many orange parts, solely because I despise orange Lego pieces for no reason. I mean, I just hate how they come off. They're too sharp in my opinion. Next we have the boosters. So you can see these two black 1x4s sticking out. It's because these are too heavy. I mean, just from the weight, I hope you can see the weight that's on these parts. And so the other side, it's just like that too. Move this aside. I actually used a lot of these parts from a Ferrari F40 that they made some time back, but I couldn't find enough pieces, or red pieces like 2x4s and 3x2s. Those are the main parts that I used, so I just had to stick with black and white. So after that transition into aero mode, or boost mode really, you can see how the car looks like. Looks like that. And that's pretty much all of its functions, besides for the effect fans, similar to the Super Asurata, where it slides out like that. but unlike the Super Acerata 01, Fire Superion G.T.R does not have enough space to accommodate for those effect fans, which are supposed to come out in the back over here. You cannot, I mean, if I really tried, somehow I probably would be able to make this work, but I've only managed to just build this car in 5 days. So, and I forgot to mention, this is an MOC in progress, so you're probably gonna see another video about it sometime later. So in the back, in the very back, we have the 6 mufflers. They're supposed to be square, but I just thought these silver metallic, I don't know what to call these things, but they're silver metallic and they're 1x30s, Technic pieces. I just thought they looked better than some other possible options that I considered, like standard 1x1 gray bricks. And as you can see, probably noticed it by now, hopefully you have, there is an infrared sensor here, which means this car is remote controlled. Unfortunately, it can only go in a straight line. There we go. You can see there are gears down there. I actually used a train engine instead of a normal medium or large motor for this because of how the car is built, mainly out of Lego bricks and not Technic pieces. So if I can somehow manage to lift most of this off, I'll give it a try and try to show you guys the interior. If I can't, well, that's too bad. Okay, wasn't too hard. And there you go, there's the battery. It is the smaller battery because, let's face it, who uses the larger battery? Like, I don't know who would. But you can turn it on. This button's for some reason unresponsive sometimes, so I have to press really hard sometimes. There. But as you can see, that is a train engine. Yeah, that's a train engine, and that's what powers the very back 2 wheels. Unfortunately, guess what? This car is way too heavy. Even when the entire back was empty, I couldn't get the car to move at all. I mean, the front was finished, and then the back wasn't. It was just, the boosters weren't on. None of this was here. None of the red exterior parts were here. Just the very skeleton of the car. Yet it still couldn't run. So I just have it here because of structural support and how the infrared sensor, the motors, and the battery are such a crucial part of the car, making it such a heavy car. But oh well, I can't help that, you know. Now I don't want to have to replace parts when I have to take out the battery to make sure the structural support stays the same. But yeah, that's pretty much the inside of the car. And since this car has a lot less functions than the Super Acerata 01, this is about it. So I'm going to close these up. It's actually kind of hard to close them up, but when you do close them up correctly, you're going to hear a little snap. And then that's how you know they're closed. Now I want to show you guys one last view of it from the front and from the side, or in 3/4 of how this car looks like in boost mode. So I'll bring you guys to it now. Alright, so this car is now in boost mode, and this is how it looks like. The windshield seems to be a bit too large, but that's alright. So that's how it looks like. So yes, this is a 6-wheeled car, so just like the Super Acerata 01, except the two sets of wheels on the back instead of in the front. But that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bricks out.